Hello everyone, this is the GamingGiga and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. In the last episode, we met the characters Shizune and Misha, what her name was? Yeah, Misha. Okay, before I get started, I want to give you the brief character description that the official website has. The website says, for Shizune says, strong, willing, and forceful. Shizune is definitely the leader type. She's been the class representative despite being deaf and mute for as long as her class has had one, and generally takes charge in just about any situation she's placed in. Shizune is known around the school as a female taskmaster and skilled manipulator, but also as a fair and just leader. That's the description for Shizune. And Misha, it's a very short one. I think it's literally like, it's a sentence just with a bunch of commas. It says, Misha is the interpreter for Shizune and a fellow member of the student council. Cheery, playful, and never one to pull upon, she happily joins in Shizune attempts to get Hisayo onto the student council. We haven't really seen that yet, but it will be coming up soon, very soon, as in fact. Also, I know I told you guys that I would be going for what's her name, Hanaka. I decided to stay within the path that she's in, but I'm not going directly toward her. I'm gonna go after Lily this time. We'll meet her later, unless you've seen the character descriptions or have played it yourself. I'm going after Lily, and we'll meet her in a bit. We saw Hanako for a split second in the last episode, but that wasn't too much. I am back where I continue. I'm here where I last was. So let's get this started. It fits. You just look like I imagined. Yeah, you look just like a Hik-chan. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Akamachi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly. Yeah, wrong word. Their hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Shik-chan wants you to know that she's class representative, so if there's anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. ... Do you like the school so far? We can show you around a little. I'll show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kind of came straight to class today. ... That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there, not just the school either. Always. Even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Really, Hik-chan? Learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that, or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I committed myself to go along with it haphazardly but anyway. I don't say anything, and Misha signs something to the end that ends with a shrug. What was that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over my seat. Both of them are smiling, but they shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. Oh, sorry guys, I just kinda ate breakfast a little bit ago. You look down, are you okay? Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Alright. And another thing, you don't have to call Shin-chan something so formal like Hakamichi. That's really strange. I'm not still used to a lot of Japanese names. Or class rep all the time. Just call her Hik-chan. Shik-chan. 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 That's gonna bug me for a little bit. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Yep. Shizune is fine. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. And me, too. I feel a lot more at ease. Both of them seemed so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she seems like that, just less so, I guess. Exclamation point. Huh? Alright, we haven't touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shik-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start right now if we want to finish it before the class ends. Haha, that too. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't know. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of both being difficult and unnecessarily long. I guess that works. Still, we finished a few minutes earlier than everyone else in the class despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha's a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a little more easily distracted. Also, by the way, guys, I forgot to mention this in the first episode. There is a button to go back in text, so in case I accidentally hit something, I'll see it. And if text looks a little more whitish, that's because that's the current text we're on. We haven't seen anything past it. There's also the skip mode and auto mode. I know what skip mode does. I'm not fully sure what auto mode does. Skip mode basically lets you skip through all the text and go straight to the choices. In the options menu, if you go to your gamepad key map, you can set up your controls there. There's just buttons for just this and that. The show image button basically does this. If I press my show image button, which is me configured to X, it just shows the image where it is. It just basically gets rid of the text, but I can't further in the text unless the text is there. So it just basically lets me see the picture. And let's continue. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bell rings, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Moto, down in the bottom floor. Just like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern, in contrast to the classic exterior. It's big open windows to the courtyard towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria. Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice it almost feels like I'm back at the hospital eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients, not parents. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to the table sitting opposite from her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me to the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand English, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at a person who talks to you is proper and polite? Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guide, so you should ask if there's something. I wonder. Okay, so you see I got two options. Um, I know, since I'm going down the Lily path, I don't know her path, but I have a little kind of a guide with me just to help me through this, because I want to get to the good ending. So I have a bit of a guide, kind of, yeah, but still, I'm only using it for the points I don't know what I would get to. So, let's see. But as of right now, I do not have the guide up, and I'm trying to not use it. I haven't used it yet, and I'm not going to for a while until there's a point I don't know what to do. So since I already know who the character Lily is and I know what she is, I want to ask about the library. Yeah, let's ask about the library since Hikchan or Hisayo likes books, so I'm assuming he'll want to know where the library is, so I'm going to ask about the library. Oh yeah, is there a library at the school? Lately I've gotten into reading a lot, so I'd like to check it out. She gives the kind of frown that makes it clear she doesn't consider reading a healthy hobby, but then picks up her smile again. There it is. It's in the second floor. We can show you it sometime. Thanks. Return to my food while the girls talk between themselves. Misha and Shizuma sign back and forth, very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they're talking about the secret girl stuff or something. You notice conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in classroom early, but we're not the first. The dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumped over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with an elegance of a rhino. That's funny. Yeah. She shrinks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizuma either don't notice her or don't mind it, as they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how it's done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that made me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Long before the final bell rings, school is finally over for the day. Besides me, Misha and Suzuma are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Hikchan. We've got to hurry already, since there is a lot of work for us to do. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Wait, the teacher said I have to see the nurse. Where do I go? Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on. The nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. Well, you don't have to. You could just say, hey, it's that building over there, and you'd find his way. But I guess they're being nice. We join the flow of students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out the senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' office. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Don't be silly, Chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff facilities are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Okay, thanks. Bye. Yeah, thanks. Bye. a whole building for stuff that has nothing to do with the actual education. I guess it's necessary for a place like this. I walk in hoping that this really is this will be only a quick visit, like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text "Head Nurse" on its nameplate. A voice inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out. So I get an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in. The room is not large, and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around on his chair to face me as I enter. His desk is neat and tidy, but the bin under the table overflowing with the used medical I don't know what that word is. I'm not going to pronounce it. And there are at least a dozen coffee cup rings lingering on the desk. Hello there. What can I do for you today? He's a young looking and sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash that impression away when he smiles. Are you the nurse? He smiles like a person who has heard this same question hundreds of times. Why, yes, I am. It says so on the door. No? You can call me by my name or the nurse like everyone else. Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I should have grabbed his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly. Right. I'm the new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Haisho Nakai. So I light up with revelation, and he snaps his fingers. Oh, you're that Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia. Still can't pronounce that. And related congenital heart muscle deficiency, right? Just to me to sit down in a vacant armchair on the desk of his chair. Ah, yes. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll just go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities around here, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night. So never hesitate to call us if there's a problem. The famous 24-hour nursing staff. Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here. His joke feels out of place that I'm left thinking why he even said it. Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at the school. You'll get used to it. I'm not sure of that myself, but I don't let the nurse know. Now let me find your file again. While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles stacks of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. I think that's the word. Beige walls and ceiling, gray, dark, laminated floor, and all the equipment you'd expect from a school nurse's office. Even that ridiculous education poster is hanging on all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day from all the food groups. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from the stack similarly thick files from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. So you already have your medication for that disease or that condition. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening, or it won't help much. Apart from that, do you play any sports? Rash stuff like that. I don't know, boxing. He grins his joke that I don't. Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Ah, all right. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to recommend you from refraining to do that, at least for the time being. My lack of reaction makes him raise an elbow, but really, an eyebrow. An elbow. So he's making a question by raising his elbow. Oh man, but really, I'm not too bothered by him forbidding me to kick a ball around. You can kick a ball around anytime you want. I guess I never did it out of burning passion for the sport, just to have something to do. Any kind of concussion concussion? Yeah. Might be very dangerous to your heart, and risking another attack is not a good idea. Was the previous one caused by a sudden concussion to the chest? To the chest? Sorry guys, to the chest area? There's no mention of the cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestep the question acceptably, and he glances at me over his papers with a more serious expression on his face. Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. I just get some light exercise regularly, brisk walks or light jogging, jump rope, that sort of thing. Swimming maybe? There is a pool. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care not to overexert yourself. He wags his finger to emphasize the point. No need, really. I've heard this 1,000 times already. Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay. Oh, man. Ugh. Sorry, guys. Just had to crack my neck. Body's still stiff. Woke up like an hour or something ago. He goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk. Obviously content. Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need anything. I'm ushered out before I realized it. A quick visit indeed. I ended up standing in front of the main building and the auxiliary building, although to my eyes they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going, and I still keep thinking that the most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, and I feel tired instead of hungry. The weariness in me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and the overbearing smell of freshly cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward going inside. Wait a minute. Oh, please don't tell me we're gonna meet him already. Just telling you, there's one character I really do not like. He's a side character. He's a side character, but he's also a main character. He's just a character I really don't like, and I hope we're not gonna meet him right now. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the outside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the ends of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common dorm room. Inside, a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Yep, we're going to meet him. Guys, I'm gonna introduce you to one of my most hated characters. But it's fun reading his stuff, but I just don't like this guy. I really hope that scene isn't here now that I think about it. Well, I'm not going for the same person, so it should be different, but I hope I'm not gonna see him. Here, small quarters branch off from the main hallway. Each of the mirror halls seems to have a toilet, a shower, and as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the signs adjacent to mine are blank. I guess they're There are just two of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I lightly knock. Hello, is anyone home? From inside, I hear a few movements. And then clicking away more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. Here we go. Meet one of my hated characters. Yep, I don't like this guy. His design is pretty cool, but I don't like him. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He is looking at me very intently through his extremely thick glasses. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have glasses if he was? He leans over to me sorry guys, until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Nakai. Hisayo Nakai. I am moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce his face suddenly brightens in realization. He's bent back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup, dude? My name is Kenji. Yes, meet Kenji. He is one of my more hated characters that's in this game. I want to read you his little oh god, there's a gigantic Japanese word that I do not know what means. I don't know. If anyone knows what this word means, please tell me. Kenji, his description says, borderline Again, this is a pretty big Japanese word. Hikikomori. Hikikomori. I don't know what that means. I'll figure it out later. Kenji likes to spend a lot of his time in his room planning for whatever the radical feminist movement's next move may be. He's leery of the instant attraction that Hisayo seems to have brought upon himself, but nonetheless very pleased to finally have a hallmate. I don't really see that. But then again, I really don't like this character all too much. So, yeah, Kenji will get to fully mean what I say when I read radical feminist movement. His music's kind of intro's weird. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it. Still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There are some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It was probably my parents. Your parents, you sure? Because they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. I'm gonna create a voice for him.
That kinda sounds a little out of whack. I don't know. I'm gonna create something. But I don't know what it is.
No, I don't want to go into Mario. Mario and this guy would not make sense. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I'd say the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures.
You're a brave man, Hisayo. Me, I don't think I could trust the chances. The only one I could trust is myself.
Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while.
A wise decision. Dang, you're smarter than you look.
Probably. What do you look like? I'm not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it.
Never mind, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think he's one of my hated characters. We don't really get to see why in this one, but we'll see him about 4 or 5 different times. I really don't like him. With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide to gain the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal, like my hotel room was. My bags are sitting on the foot of my bed, looking a lot emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems there is a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned on the sleeve of one of my shirts. Hi, Hiko-chan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Okay. Okay, I know this is a weird place to stop, but I'm going to end the video now. And in the next episode, guys, because we've hit 30 minutes. And the next episode, guys, we'll continue on. And we've met our room and everything like that. Alright, guys. I'm the GamingGiga. Hope you guys are enjoying this Let's Play. If you wouldn't mind, please leave a like, subscribe, and comment. It means a lot to me. And I'll see you all in the next episode, guys. I'm the GamingGiga. Take it easy.